Good day, everyone. I am one of the discussant for today, and I am Brian R. Bermejo. And this part is the second part of the discussion because the first part is kay Ma'am Pulintan. So let's start. Caedmon's Hymn, Vitis Death Song. Caedmon's hymn was composed in the 7th century by a Goddard and takes the form of a short hymn in praise of God. So, this the Caedmon's hymn was composed lang in the 7th century no by Goddard that takes form in a short hymn of the praise of God. So next. Wolf's Juliana, The Fates of the Apostles, Christ and Ellen. This is the poems. So Wolf's famous religious poems were Juliana, The Fates of the Apostles, Christ and Ellen. So Juliana, this poem tells the story of Saint Juliana, a Christian martyr who refuses to renounce her faith and is subjected to freaksome tortures. So, and the fates of apostle is describe the lives and deaths of the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ. And among them, Christ is the most popular one, telling of one event occur in the life of Christ. I researched for it, and there is no extant poem by Sini Wolf with the exact title. The possible that such as a poem existed but has been lost over time. So I didn't see any poem that Christ. So sorry. And next, the Anglo Saxon prose. The Anglo Saxons replaced Latin prose with English, which observed all the rules of ordinary speech and construction. So, the Anglo Saxon played a pivotal role in establishing English as a language separate from Latin. They replaced Latin prose in English, and a key characteristic of the writing was to use every language. Okay, get it? Did you get it? Next. So, there are two famous Anglo-Saxon prose writers, Alfred the Great, the famous Anglo-Saxon kings who translated most of the famous Latin chronicles in English. So Alfred the Great, king of the Wessex from 871 to 899, Alfred was not only a military leader but also patron of learning. He translated several Latin words into Old English, including the Bede's essentially style History of the English People and the Orosius History against the Pagans. So that is the second is Elfric of Ensham was an English Benedictine monk, priest and abbot, and a student of Ethelwald of Winchester. He is also known as Alfric of Cerny, Alfric of Grammarian, and Alfric of Humilist. So, Elfric of Hensham, a monk of writer who lived in the late 10th and early 11th century. So Elfric is known as his homilies, sermons, lives of the saint, and translation of biblical texts. His works provide valuable insight in the Anglo-Saxon culture and belief. Okay, it is so important to know them, no? So next. The famous works. The Anglo Saxon Chronicles, one of the most important manuscripts in English history. The Anglo Saxon Chronicles was created in the late ninth century during the time of Alfred the Great, almost certainly at the command. The manuscript is thought to have been written in Wessex, where Alfred ruled. The famous Anglo-Saxon kings, Alfred the Great translated the most of the famous Latin chronicles in English. Alfred lives of the saint, homilies and grammar. He wrote over 160 homilies, biblical commentaries, and hagiographies. Biographies of Saint Elfric's homilies, and lives of the saint describe the Christian events, beliefs, and history in a simple, clear language so that common Englishmen could understand. He also wrote 3 books to help young monks learn Latin: the bilingual grammar and the glossary, and the Latin colloquy. I don't know what does that mean. Okay. Anglo-Saxons played... Okay, next na pala yun. So, Anglo-Saxon Chronicles is the series of historical accounts written to the Old English covering events from the 5th to the 12th centuries. It provides invaluable information about Anglo-Saxon history, politics, and society. And multiple authors ang nagsulat sa The Anglo-Saxon Chronicles. Were written multiple authors and the different monasteries, making them a collaborative effort. And the second one is, these are the that this book is which significant contribution of the study of the English kay it provides valuable information about language, syntax, and morphology. The decline of Anglo-Saxon. The Anglo-Saxon period flourished until the Norman conquest in 1066. So, the Anglo-Saxon period reached its peak before Norman conquest 1966. 1066. The Norman, led by William II Conqueror, invaded England in 1966, marking a significant turning point in English history. Alfred's defeat of Harold, the last of Saxon kings, by William, who was the conqueror, Normandy, France, and Anglo-Saxon period finally came to an end. So, the defeat of King Harold the Second, it's Harold the Second, at the Battle of Hastings in the 1966. It's 1066, marked the end of the Anglo-Saxon monarchy. William's victory and subsequent coronation as King of England in the Norman era, which brought a significant changes in English society, culture, and language. As I mentioned, the Norman conquest had a profound impact to the Anglo-Saxon way of life. The Norman introduced a new language, French, which became the language of the ruling class. This led to a decline in the use of Old English official context, although they continued to be used in everyday life and culture. Next, oh, that I think that's all. Thank you for watching and listening. Unta nakasabot mo. Bahala gamay.